Welcome, teachers. To kick off, we're starting with a brief intro video. At its core, Off to Class is all about saving teachers time in preparing lessons so that you can focus on your students. We've all been there. Maybe it's your first lesson with a new group of students, or maybe you're covering for another teacher. We don't know what we're up against and we need something fast. In this video, I'll show you how to deliver a great first lesson with very little preparation. Think of Off to Class as your lifeline. We'll get into all the nuts and bolts of the system later, like sending the placement test and reviewing homework. For now, I want to show you the core of what we're about, providing you with awesome, ready-to-deliver lesson content that's easy to access. It's always great to have a versatile go-to lesson in your back pocket that you can launch and teach on a moment's notice so that you're never caught off guard. Let me show you my go-to lesson. It's A2 Unit 15 Lesson 1 in the step-by-step curriculum, and the theme is your life. I know exactly where it is in the lesson library so that I can launch it quickly. I'm not even going to enroll my students here. I'm just going to select Just Browsing. Even if I haven't registered students to my account, I can still get into a classroom to teach on the fly if I have to. First, I'll tell you why I'm choosing a lesson at the elementary A2 level. It's very easy to adapt an elementary lesson for an advanced learner. However, it's much more difficult to adapt an advanced lesson for a lower level learner. By choosing an elementary lesson, it's versatile enough that I can use it for virtually any learner. When you first launch a lesson, you'll see the teacher's notes on the left side. If I'm projecting my laptop on a screen, I'll want to hide the teacher notes so my students can't see them. If I'm teaching online, there's no need to hide the teacher notes, but more on that later. For now, I just want to show that I can hide the teacher notes by clicking on these 4 arrows, and now they're in a separate window. Click the arrows again to bring them back. On the first slide of the lesson, the teacher's notes show you the objective and the outcome. In this case, they're both about daily routines and regular actions. This is my go-to lesson because talking about daily routines is a great way for me to get to know my students, and it's a natural, easy thing to talk about for just about anyone. Now I'll tell you more about why I love this lesson. I'll click on this arrow to navigate the slides. The next 2 slides are perfect for getting to know more about your students, and on slide 4, both my students and I can use the pen tool by clicking on it to make the lesson more interactive. This lesson also helps you evaluate your students' abilities because it contains reading, some explicit grammar, a listening activity, and some structured short answers. When I'm finished with this lesson, I can just close the classroom. In other videos, I'll show you how to use all the different parts of the platform, but for now, I want to demonstrate the main reason I love Off to Class. I can quickly find a lesson, launch it, and teach it with content that's easy to deliver, pedagogically sound, and engaging for my students. Take a few minutes to look around the lesson library and find your go-to lesson. Feel free to use the same one I use or any of the others from our massive library. Now, the next time you have a first lesson with a new group of students or just need a lesson quick, you'll know exactly what to do.